Hello guys, how are you? David and Frankie here from brandrocket.com with a very interesting topic all about Twitter and how to improve your experience through 5 guaranteed methods. Okay, so these methods are not only going to increase your overall followers count on Twitter, but it's also going to improve your experience on Twitter. And I can guarantee these work because guys, honestly, I use these methods every single day. So let's get started with number 1, which is use relevant hashtags. Hashtags are basically words that are used to categorize keywords and or topics on Twitter. Okay, so a great example of this is YouTube video marketing. If I were to publish a tweet related to 5 marketing tips that can improve your overall video experience on Twitter, then I would most likely hashtag that tweet with hashtag YouTube and hashtag video marketing. Oh, and by the way, if I do this, that's just simply my way of doing a hashtag, otherwise known as the pound sign for those wondering. All right, so this basically helps you tell the difference between an ordinary word and a hashtag. Because let's face it, sometimes a single word can have multiple meanings. A great example of this is Apple. I'm a huge fan of Apple, the company, but I'm most likely not going to be tweeting about Apple, the fruit. So when I'm tweeting about Apple, the tech company, I'm going to use the hashtag Apple. Okay, so this means that when somebody clicks on that hashtag Apple from other people's tweets, my tweet will now show in these search results. The second way to improve your Twitter experience, customize your profile. There is no excuse why you should not have a custom header photo and a custom profile photo, especially the latter. I don't know why anybody would not have a profile photo. All right, so by default, you have an egg as your Twitter profile picture, which is great. But wouldn't it be great to hatch from that egg and use your own photo? Well, of course it would. So do just that. Choose a profile photo and a header photo that are both relevant to your brand and or personality. It's also important to include a catchy bio on your Twitter profile. This is probably the simplest way to give a potential follower a quick glimpse about what you do or what your brand does. And also, don't forget to include a URL. For whatever reason, I still come across a few profiles that do not include a direct URL to that brand or to that person's website. So please include a URL because let's face it, every click counts. The third way to improve your Twitter experience, schedule your tweets. Now, scheduling your tweets is one of those questionable topics because not everybody is for automation. But guys, honestly, there is nothing wrong with scheduling tweets, especially if you want to reach as many people as possible. This is especially useful if you have followers across a variety of time zones. For example, I'm in the Eastern US time zone, which means I am 5 hours behind those in the UK and 3 hours ahead of those on the West Coast of the US. So why shouldn't I schedule tweets to reach more followers, especially if it can be done while I'm sleeping, away on vacation, or I'm simply away from my phone or my Mac? Okay, so how do you do this? Well, I personally use Twuffer.com. It's a very weird name, but I'll spell it out for you. Twuffer.com. This is an incredibly easy way to schedule and customize your automated tweets. And hey, it's free, so why not give it a shot? All right, so moving on to the fourth way of which you can improve your overall Twitter experience, and that is to follow wisely. Now, I understand it's very tempting to follow as many people and brands as possible. Believe me, I know that feeling, especially as a fellow technology geek. I love technology, and sometimes I just want to follow as many tech brands and tech personalities as possible. But realistically speaking, you should try to keep a limit on how many accounts you follow. Alright, so some people may argue more is better, which that's true in some cases, but I cannot agree with that right now. This just makes it incredibly easy to follow your feed and actually keep up with what people are saying. Because, don't forget, social media, it's a two-way street. You create and you consume. But of course, guys, I'm not done, because if you do want to follow a lot of people without cluttering up your feed in the process, just utilize Twitter lists. Lists are great for categorizing specific people by specific interests. A great example of this is myself. If I want to follow a bunch of people without cluttering up my feed, I can do just that by creating an Apple list, or a graphic designers list, or a brands that I enjoy lists. This is just an awesome way of customizing lists tailored to your interests without actually following those accounts. Think of it as a favorites list or a list of bookmarks. And finally, the last way that you can guarantee a better Twitter experience is to take Twitter on the go. There's no reason why it should be tailored to your desk or your notebook all day. Take Twitter on the go. This goes for all platforms like iOS, Android, Windows Phone. There are tons of apps to use, and I will list them right below in the video description. So guys, there you go. Those are my 5 guaranteed ways to improve your Twitter experience. I really hope you enjoy. And of course, if you have any feedback, please just comment right below. I always encourage it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.